So I don't tell anybody to believe for a long, arduous process as they ask anything of God. My goodness. If I'm to ask God for something and then it's here within 24 hours, boy, I like that. Man, that's my favorite kind of prayer. Let me tell you. Hey guys, welcome back. It's good to see you guys here. I wanted to talk today about something that piggybacks on some of my other messages, because if you deal with foundations, I mean, it touches the majority. but at the same time, I wanted to talk about God's promise in a way that I hadn't really considered before. So God's promises, he gives us promises in his word, and then he also speaks promises to us in prophecies or in visions or things like that. And so he does it in many different ways. But I wanted to talk about what the promise looks like. And I wanted to look at the Israelites' journey through the desert to really highlight this. God gave Abraham the promise, and then 400 years later, the Israelites were brought out of Egypt and they wandered around in the desert, and God promised them, I'm going to give you a land that flows with milk and honey. And so I want to ask, what was present in that land full of milk and honey when he made the promise? Well, that land was filled with the enemy. So when God gives us a promise, there are some promises that just happen, where God says, I'm going to do this for you, and then it almost just falls out of the sky. It falls into your lap. But let me tell you, that's really rare. In my experience, that's really rare. Usually, when God gives us a promise, especially something that is part of our life, part of our calling, part of our ministry, when God gives us that sort of promise, oftentimes it's an invitation to war with him. It is a calling of us to war. So I don't tell anybody to believe for a long, arduous process as they ask anything of God. My goodness. If I'm to ask God for something and then it's here within 24 hours, boy, I like that. Man, that's my favorite kind of prayer. Let me tell you, that is my favorite kind of interaction as far as receiving anything from him. But at the same time, there are other promises that are well worth warring for. There are promises like with the Israelites in getting to the promised land and having your own land to put your roots down in and to build your own lives as opposed to being slaves like you were in Egypt. God has promised you things that are amazing. He has desires, and his will for you is just decked out with everything that he knew you would enjoy. But when he makes the promise, when he shows you the vision, oftentimes that land is riddled with enemies. And that means we need to prepare ourselves to war. Not without him, only with him. But at the same time, we need to prepare ourselves to accomplish that vision. We need to ask God for wisdom. We need to ask him who we are to be aligned with. Then the birthing room, so to speak, who is supposed to be in the trenches with us? And who do we need to maybe put out? What do we need to get out of our lives? Maybe it's something, a distraction that is an amoral, meaning it's not good or bad. It's just something, but it draws on your attention. It takes time. Maybe it's something like that. If there's a pet sin, for sure, get rid of it. But at the same time, a lot of what good people deal with is more so distractions and aversions. It's more so a just leveling out on a plateau to catch your breath, but you never get back up and keep climbing. There's much more than just sin or things to deal with. Oftentimes it's distraction. It's distraction. It's distraction. So if God gives you a vision, that doesn't mean that we should be averse to war or that we should even necessarily expect it. Let God show you that. Let yourself find that out as you're marching out that vision that he's given to you. But at the same time, if there is warfare ahead, you're equipped for it. You're empowered to wade through it. God has everything you need to get through it and get through it well. So don't blush at the vision. Lay hold of it, embrace it, make a vision board, keep it in front of you like Habakkuk 2 illustrates to that the person who reads the vision after it's been written and made plain, then you get to run with that vision and march because it's held up in front of you. But all to say, don't blush at the vision, even though it oftentimes is an invitation to war. You're equipped for that war. And just to say, the warfare is not against flesh and blood. It's against the enemy and the opposition he wants to put in front of you. But if God showed you that vision, he's equipped you for it. And so as you hold his hand, he'll show you the steps. He'll ask for your opinion. He'll have you draw out your plans for it, and he'll correct and adjust. He'll speak to you. He'll dialogue. But don't let go of that vision and don't blush at it just because there's a fight involved. I think about marriage. I think about parenting. One of the most arduous things I've been through is marriage and parenting. But I would say both are more than worth the fight. And that just gears me up for the next fight. Let's get through this. It's worth it. Same for you. Make a good war, like Paul told to Timothy, with the prophecies that have been spoken over you and the words spoken over you. War a good warfare. Do it, church. He's got good things for you. And I look forward to seeing what he does in and through you. Bless you.